Journey of the Mind, written and here presented by Pragya Saraswati, a poem that consists of total 142 verses. Part 1. The mind, the field, the knower of the field. My friend, I shall relate to you to my best ability what's written in many fairy tales and poetry. For vast is this world of fantasy, of a kingdom with heroes, legends, and a monastery. In the magical mirror we shall find a reflection made in our own mind. Close your eyes and follow me well, as I shall lead you in this tiny nutshell to a land of mountains and valleys so fresh and green, where lakes glitters like the brightest pearls you have ever seen. Animals and other creatures, all do they speak. An artist of painting such a place would surely seek. Within you, in the vision of your inner eye, follow in detail as I, to you, shall describe. Your mind, being the king of this field in this palace. Of 9 gates, your body, the regime of your highness. Sitting up there on the tower's highest place, on a throne of gold with quiver and amaze. With the exception of the roof and a crown he adds, he sits beyond as a witness, collecting tax. In the kingdom of his, the mind, you can be absolutely sure to find hundreds of children all over the place, respectively called wish 1 to 100 in this case. A few of them mischievously keep nagging to test the king if his confidence is lacking, by crawling all over him, pulling his beard, his many limbs and ears, and so must he deal with his own desires and wants, or they bring him to tears. And so too it has pierced the eye through which you behold this world, this creation, the way you see it, the way it's programmed and told by many authorities, a friend, a saying, or as an experience that came your way, but mainly by your parents who lived there, beliefs and fights in your everyday. It is not the Prince eternal who judges the actions done. Whether good or bad, it is ignorance alone you have to shun. Knowledge illuminates your entire being bright. Once you have overcome the notion's might. To grow up in life, you must understand that body and flesh isn't what makes a man. but in spirit, your soul, your life, and thus right from wrong, truth from lie, good from bad, wisely judge you can. To his new visitor, the sadhu spoke, a real blessing. It is a real blessing to go hungry a day for him who has everything in terms of money and wealth, just as it is for the poor to be blessed with at least one meal a day. And so it is a real blessing to share your joy, and to share it with those who have no joy, to give them a hand, help them make a stand for their own joyous selves. And for him, that lazy fellow, what a blessing it is for him to get some hard work. Think of him who always works hard, who never gets a rest. You'd think he might like a little rest too, eh? And just like the dirty little child roaming the streets gets a bath, maybe once a week, so do let your little all-protected child, who always is kept so clean and fine in dress, let him splash in the mud to the pleasure of his soul. But what is the use, he shouted out loudly, as for the whole world to hear, to set the bowman free when he himself denies his freedom? What's the use of wisdom to he who like a god is bound to a pole of rights and norms, either created by religion or society, and does nothing but circle round and round the pole till utterly tied up and can go no further? And what, as well, is the use of tailing the fish of the great ocean, when its home is in the water anyway? Having finished this last line, the sage looked at the seeker, with his big bushy eyebrows raised up high on his forehead, saying, "And so I say, a real blessing it is for him who lives his life in darkness to see the coming of the light, as it is to him who lives in the light unchangeable to experience the darkness, so to have a greater understanding." Our traveling friend, who'd gone in search to find answers to life, asked the sage to please identify yourself. And the sadhu sang out, "Wanting to be good, I'm not. Wanting to be free, I do not. Driven to be bad, no, I'm not. Living in madness, I do not. Like the deep blue sea I am, into which restless rivers of desires flow from all directions. I'm perfect, whole, and at ease. Untouched like the sky with the roaming wind, birds and clouds, I am indeed. Running after a world so empty, I do not. Rejecting its objects, I do not. Wishing or demanding, I do not. Forgetting or remembering, no, I do not. Steady like the sun, seated in infinite space, shining equally on all, the witness I am. In all ages I exist as time eternal.